The stimulus package signed by the president is designed to provide relief to Americans still struggling because of the pandemic. But in the meantime, some small business owners are getting creative and finding new ways to make their businesses work during the pandemic. ABC News business and economics correspondent Deirdre Bolton has more.
The pandemic is challenging small business owners' livelihoods, and some owners are responding in a unique way.
We are focused on the restaurateurs being the merchants, but the architects are entrepreneurs as well.
32 independent New York City businesses are part of a new outdoor dining and recreation corridor. It stretches along 2 blocks of an historic neighborhood, Strivers Row in Harlem.
We want everyone to win.
The heated and architecturally designed area is a destination for shoppers and diners as New York City closes indoor dining.
It can be difficult in these times for small business owners, especially restaurants, to know if you can survive through these winter months. And this is sort of, it's hope and it's an opportunity, and it inspires you to think of ways that you can move ahead yourself.
Uber Eats paired with architects, artists, producers, creatives, and merchants, all working together.
The artist Diane Smith, this is her installation, and I believe these are photographs that she took at the African American Day Parade in 2019. I call it the Faces of Harlem, because I think when people see this, they're going to see themselves, they're going to see their community represented. I think it's beautifully done, and what I can't wait is for people to discover it.
There's clearly a spirit of neighbor helping neighbor.
The importance is definitely to reiterate the fact that this is about your community.
Aisha Dixon is the co-owner of the Harlem Chocolate Factory, and her chocolates were named on Oprah's favorite things list this year.
So that was a great pick-me-up in the midst of everything that was going on. So we're just happy to be here, happy to still be thriving, happy to be in the Harlem community, providing high-quality chocolates and many other types of confections.
She says the business community's spirit of banding together makes patrons feel special too.
And it also sends a message to the community, you know, people who pass by every day, people who look at these businesses and say, you know, is this for me?
The spirit and the structure of this destination corridor is scheduled to stay open through April 2021.
And Deirdre, it's so cool to see those businesses finding new ways to bring customers in a safe way. And of course, they and so many more are waiting for relief nonetheless. You know, as we mentioned, President Trump signed that $900 billion stimulus bill. What does that mean for small businesses like the ones that you spoke to?
Well, it does give them a lifeline, Diane. I agree. I mean, just including artists in the community, I thought that was so cool. But to your point, this $900 billion, basically the lion's share, the biggest chunk, is actually going to support small businesses. So it's $325 billion of that $900 billion does go to supporting those small businesses and others like them around the country. So there's a lot of economists who say that provides a lifeline, of course, to those kinds of businesses, at least has the chance to get them through the winter, hopefully till March, hopefully, especially for the restaurants where people are a little bit more comfortable dining outdoors again, and in a sense is a kind of bridge to the weather being a little bit better, particularly in the Northeast, and then as the vaccines are rolled out in a more consistent manner, in a more widespread manner, Diane.
And Deirdre, the bill's been in the works for a long time. So what do you think it'll do for the economy immediately, and then when you look on a more long-term basis?
So most of the economists that I have been speaking with say the continuation, that 50-week continuation of the unemployment benefits, so the $300 per week for the next 50 weeks, that's really key. If you speak with anybody who says, okay, what was the most important part of that to the average American, that really came up front and center first. The direct stimulus payments of $600, okay, that's probably not going to move the needle for a lot of Americans, but paired with that unemployment for people who have lost their jobs, that is in fact a big deal. What it does do is it lets our economy avoid what many economists were concerned about with a double dip recession. And if you look at some of the calls today coming from Wall Street, for example, Goldman Sachs actually raising first quarter GDP 2021 based on the fact that this $900 billion plan was signed. It will be put into law. It will be put into effect. And they are actually even raising the GDP for the entire year of 2021 by a half a percentage point. So I think as far as the economic community is concerned, it would have been a disaster had this bill not been signed. There's a lot more optimistic comments out there today because it was signed, Diane.
All right, we'll take all the optimism we can get. Deirdre Bolton, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.